Imagine this to be the brain of the non-procrastinator, and he controls the wheel of his mind and does things that make sense. Now let's look at the brain of procrastinator. It looks exactly the same as the other, but there's one difference: the instant gratification monkey. You say to yourself, I need to finish my essay, but immediately the monkey says no, and it starts telling you to watch that new Mr. Beast video, and then it tells you to check the new update for Apex Legends, and then it tells you to watch the new episode of that new TV show. Slowly but steadily, it starts to control the wheel of your mind, and then eventually it becomes too late to even start the work. Then you say to yourself, I'll just do it tomorrow. Yeah, we've all been there. To be clear, putting something off is not always procrastination. Procrastination is when we avoid the task that we said we would do without any good reason, despite expecting that this behavior will have negative consequences. The more you perceive that the task is challenging and difficult, the more likely you're going to put it off. The consequences of this in the long term is that you start to dislike yourself. You stop believing in your ability to get things done. Your anxiety and guilt level skyrockets, and the life situations around you starts to fall apart. Now I know this is morbid, but it's nevertheless true. And there's a common misconception that all procrastinators are lazy, but that's not quite right. When you're lazy, you're more likely to sit around and do nothing, like absolutely nothing, rather than distracting yourself with unimportant tasks. To stop procrastinating and start being productive, you need to have a routine. In one experiment, students were given reminders throughout the day to study, and they reported that the studying was not all that bad. But those students who procrastinated more and more from studying felt the idea of studying really stressful, making it difficult for them to even get started. So one of the best ways to break the cycle of procrastination is to have a routine. So open up your Google Calendar and just assign each task for each timing of the day. Like for example, 5 to 6 would be meditation, ab workout and cold shower. Then 6 to 8 would be deep work. Then 8 to 9:30 would be gym, and so on. You just assign tasks for each timing of the day. And Google Calendar gives you a reminder half an hour before the task. And you might be thinking, this is too hard, how will I even do this? But just imagine you doing at least 50% of your perfect routine. I'm sure that that day will be way more productive than your normal days. Procrastination is motivated by our negative feeling. Some individuals are more susceptible to it than others. People who have difficulty in regulating their emotion, or people who have low self-esteem, are more likely to procrastinate. This is why it's so important for you to improve your mental health. When you have a good mental health, you can regulate your emotions much better. So to make an improvement to this, you need to start doing daily exercise. As the saying goes, a healthy body leads to a healthy mind. And practicing meditation, as it helps you become more mindful of your thoughts. And you wouldn't have that constant hopping of thoughts if you had the mindfulness skill. When you're truly mindful, you become more focused and present throughout the day. And then finally, gratitude journaling, which is basically you write down 5 things that you're grateful for right when you wake up, which leads you to having grateful and gratitude thoughts throughout the day. You will have a lot of resistance in the start, but just remember that this is a journey to the best version of yourself. Successful people are those who can break past the resistance and do the right thing rather than the comfortable thing. And when you start writing for your school essay, when you put on your running shoes, or when you even start the record button, everything just seems to magically flow. You finish your essay, you finish a mile of your running, you finish recording that video. So the proper response to resistance is to just start the thing anyway. Once you become mindful that whatever rationalization that your mind gives you for not doing that task is just a resistance, you gain mental clarity to do the thing anyways. The more you break your resistance and win the battle against it, the more you start living the life you actually want to be living. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you found the video helpful and informative.